Okay, so last night I was bawling because I realized that I was splitting. So I been really working on self-talk and like comforting myself and like I can do it and stuff like that, which is really good because I'm learning self-compassion. I gotta learn all of that. Well, somewhere along those lines, the I turned into we. We can do it. Because I also do like IFS, like healings and stuff like that. So I always refer to me as we, us, because like my other systems, even though they're not like different people, they have like different traumas and different hurts and like different automatic like responses. Like you could do something to me, and if it triggers one of like those traumas, then I'll automatically act. Won't even like think about it, I'll just act. That's because like one of my IFS was like, which is me, but like one part was hurt, and so yeah, for like a year, I've been like doing that and like doing all this stuff just to heal. And so yes, I've been working on compassion, self-comfort and all this stuff that I never had. And also I was like thinking of like my body as like the inner child, and then my mind was like the logical side. So I'm talking to my body and I have like a picture of my younger self, and like we can do it. Like I'm talking to my younger self, like I wish someone mentored me and talked to me. And so like it's going really good, and so I kept doing it. Well, somewhere along those lines I started splitting. So I know that it's only me here, and I'm like talking to like I'm like myself, my younger self. But yeah, I started splitting. So like I started looking in the mirror, and I have depersonalization. So I look in the mirror and I see another person. Well, I see me, but it's hard for me to believe that's me. Like I know it's me, but because like when I grew up, like my body like put so much distance between like my image. I don't even know how to explain it, but I would always look in the mirror and be like crying, like I'm so ugly, because I grew up with like predominantly white people, so my features like I were so different. I was like, I'm so ugly, I'm so this and this and this. So eventually I look in the mirror and I didn't feel anything. Like I saw myself, but like I wasn't attached. I don't know how to explain it. So my body created distance between me and my image. So I can look in the mirror now and like I know it's me because it's connected to me, but I really don't like it looks like I could like look and be like, this is I don't know how to explain it. I know it's me, but it's like I don't have any connection to it. So it's easy for me to be like, this is not me. But I know it's me because it's connected to me. Well, I started looking in the mirror and I started talking to the reflection in the mirror like it was another person. And then I started actually talking to myself as if I was two people. So I'd be laughing like, no, we can do this, like talking to myself like I was a second person. And I'm so lonely, but I know that I can't have friends or anything at this time because I'm not like emotionally there. I ruin like all friendships because after like a month I'll be so annoyed and like stop texting. But I crave like connection so bad. I'm so lonely, and so lonely that my body was literally splitting. Like I was becoming two people and talking to myself like I'm a second person. Craziest thing. And I'm like, I'm talking to my younger self, like, you know, la la la. And then last night, I'm like, we can do this. We're gonna do this. And I start like smiling. And I'm laying in bed and I'm thinking of my mom, like she's schizophrenic. And like, I literally just started bawling because I'm like, I have that gene inside of me. I can be schizophrenic too. And I'm like, and I'm definitely like going down that path. Like I'm splitting. And if I keep doing this, like I'll like legit get to the point where I'll hear myself speaking to me. So like I started bawling because I really started like feeling like not as lonely and like not like I'm alone, but it's because I was like my brain, and it's crazy because my brain does like a lot of things. Like I grew up with so much trauma, so my brain like did so much, like my like maladaptive daydreaming. Like I would be like so, and the dreams would be so vivid, it'd keep me so preoccupied, and like anything I dreamed about, like a love or something, like I kind of felt it. Like I kind of felt that love I never had. So my brain is like so magical, and like obviously it didn't fill the gaps with good habits, but it filled the gaps like in childhood, just enough so I could survive. Oh. And yeah, so I was like, my brain is definitely like, if I kept splitting, like my brain would like make the like two people in my head, and I'm just like, whew. I have the propensity of so much darkness, of so much, like I could be so mentally like insane. I could do it. I literally could. I feel nothing right now. But last night when I realized I was doing that, like I was creating my own best friend in my head, I literally started crying, bawling. And so I'm like, I can't do it anymore, because I feel like most people, they can, you know, talk to themselves in second person, and they can do the stuff I was doing and it not like affect them. But with my trauma brain, like my brain was like me just trying to self-talk and looking at my body as my inner child and talking to my body like, we can do it, and like, you know, whatever. And my brain was like, oh, you want a friend? I'll create one. And I was like splitting. So it's just like, it's very dangerous for me, just because mental health is so big in my family. My mom's schizophrenic, my sister's schizophrenic, my brother has mental health issues, my other brother's like wants to unalive himself, and depression. I have depression, depersonalization. I have so many mental health issues. And so like some stuff like that is just not something that you want to play with. And so I realized that yesterday. I'm so glad I've been realizing so much stuff early, like before there's damage. And I'm just like, whew, if I went any further, I'd be gone. I'd be gonzo. Not really, but I'd be like once my brain creates that friend, fully split, there's no way I can, you know, go back to like 50 me. So it's crazy. But yeah, so I'm not gonna be referring to myself as two people, or referring to my body as like my inner child, and like encouraging my body. Just because people like me with like mental health issues and stuff like that, we can't do stuff like that. Like I do somatic healing, which is like the best. It really helps me so much. I internally have changed so much. Like I'm 100% present. My breathing's changed. My breath was so dysregulated. I would wake up and was breathing like I was running. And like my breath is regulated. I'm present. There's so much stuff that I have like changed, but like because I'm like every little part of me has to be like be fixed. So it's like you don't even tell because I have so much more like healing to go. Like I'm a bitch to everyone and I still don't see that. Like I know it because I'm so cold, I'm unfriendly, I'm a bitch, but it's like, but my body won't like place the fault on me. Like I know that I grew up rough, right? I had like a solid home and I was safe, but I didn't have like a caretaker. So it's like ever. So I wasn't mirrored. No one like was, reassured me. No one like showed like I didn't went to the stage where I mirrored how to be a friend. I don't know how to have connection. Like I don't know any of that. And it's like my system just shut down instead of trying to work through stuff and like mirror people, and like it just shut down at 12. So it's like inside I'm a 12-year-old. They're emotionally like explosive. They're at the stage where like they need to be showed like who they are and like stuff like that. And I don't have anyone either. But I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, so like I know I'm a bitch. I know I'm I am unfriendly. I know that I like am so cold and so distant. Like I'm so hot and cold. Like I'll talk to you. Well, I don't talk to anyone at work, but if I do talk to you, like after a couple weeks, I'm just like I'm over it, And it's like the crazy part is I'm not like my mind created so much emotional distance also between my body. So like I know I do stuff, but I have so much emotional distance. I know that I'm not friendly because I can see it when like other people like they'll mirror me, so they'll see me and they'll be like, oh, she's not friendly, and they'll kind of like not bother me. I see it. And like, or when I go to cash register and like I see them talk to everyone else, but like get to me, like this girl does not want to be messed with, get her stuff and leave. Like people will mirror like me, and so I know for a fact I'm not friendly and I'm like very cold. But because of that and like the stuff I do, I'm like that's a cold person, but it's like I can't like actually like I know it, but in my like I can't like it's like my body doesn't believe it. It's the weirdest thing. So it's like, my sister was telling me because I'm always asking her for money because right now I'm like doing crappy, and she was like, you're selfish. And like when she said that, I was like thinking about like she makes less than I do and I'm asking her for money and she's always giving me money and stuff like that, and I'm like I am selfish because she won't say no, but I'll still ask. And sometimes I won't pay her back, and that's so selfish. But it's like, so she says that, and I know that I do it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm selfish. And I said sorry, but inside, like really deep down inside, it's like my body will not believe it. Like it's like my body doesn't believe that I'm selfish. So it's hard. Like right now, anything I do, I'm like in my head, my logical side, I'm like, that's messed up. You are unfriendly, so you can't expect people to be friendly to you. I used to cry. I still kind of do when I go through drive-through and people would be like, I would go like this because I would I would go in fight or flight mode over my smile. So I wouldn't smile, but so I'd go like this, but it's like I can't like be like all like everyone else. So I would like I don't know explain it. I couldn't be friendly because of my nervous system. and it like make me go in fight or flight mode. And then like in my body, like if I like try like, hey, like I'll be thinking like, okay, smile this way. Like it gives me so much anxiety. So I'll just like, hey. And I know in deep inside that I'm like, I'm a nice like I'm not trying to be mean. Like this is just, I can't participate. And so they would see me and I'd be like, and they'd be like, okay, like give me their stuff. And then like, don't even make eye contact and leave. And I would cry every time. I know that they're like mirroring me. They're like, this girl is angry. This girl does not want to be talked to. Like, I know it in my head, but it's like in my body, like I'm not being, like I know I'm being like, you know, whatever. But in my body, it's like, it doesn't believe it. So it's like my body will be like, this girl is like, just did that to me. Like was being rude. Everyone's rude when I go through the drive-through. And then I'd cry every time, even though I knew that they're just mirroring me. I don't look like a friendly person. So it's hard right now because everything that happens, like my body, my 12-year-old side will just see what people do and then react. But it's like, I'm not, you know, 12 years old are not like mature, like they're not at the place usually where they're like, well, I did this to her and so I've got to change what I do, you know. They're not there. So it's like, for me, it's like, it's hard because every time I go through a drive-through I'll cry. But it's like, if I try to be nice, I'll go into fight or flight. My heart will start like beating fast, and then my body shuts down, and then I'm just like, so I've got so many issues, but I've healed so much. I've done so much changing, but it's just like, because I have to heal from the bottom up, every part of me has to go through like a change, and so it doesn't feel like much right now because I went through so long, like I went through, you know, 6 months of just being explosive, crying about everything and all this stuff. Because I did that, my system is like over. Well, and I went through the collapse stage where I'm like, I started asking for money and stuff like that because like I'm like, why am I gonna work just to be unhappy? And like I went through that whole stage, and like, and that this is the collapse stage is like where my mom like was her last stage. Like she didn't recover from it. And she just stopped going to work. Then her kids got taken away. And a couple years later, she had like mental health problems. And so she never recovered. But, you know, I went through it and I finally recovered. Like I was suicidal and stuff like that. But I recovered and I'm getting out of it right now. But because of all those emotions, my system like shut down. So like now, like I still cry, but it's like things don't make me like cry like before. I don't feel emotions right now because my system's like, we are overwhelmed. We've been through too much in 6 months. We're shutting it down for a little bit. So I'm in this really emotionally numb phase where like nothing like gives me emotional like nothing really bothers me. So, and I don't know how long this phase is gonna last, but it's very scary because I have OCD thoughts, right? So with OCD thoughts, they like are triggered and pretty much trying to get a reaction out of your body. So they'll get worse and worse. Like you get used to it. Like, I'm not going to react. I'm just going to whatever. Then they come back worse, you know, they'll take it a step farther. Thoughts do, because they're trying to get the body to get a reaction. Well, because I'm like emotionally dead right now, I'll have these vile, like crazy thoughts and I don't feel anything. And then, like, now I'm scared, like, because I'm not disgusted by the thoughts. I'm just like, eh. And, like, that scares me now. So I'm just like, I don't know. I'm such a traumatized person. I really am. I'm a traumatized soul. But I'm going to keep going. I'm gonna keep going. Keep going. Yesterday, I was wearing my tight pants out to work, and people at work were like, "You have such a nice body." I mean, I don't see it. My sister's always like, "You've got a small booty." Like, I don't see it. But people at work are like, "You've got such a big butt," and stuff like that. So I see them staring at me all the time. And yesterday I was starting to get cocky about it, and I was just like, yeah, this is not, we're not gonna do this. I think my butt's small. I was supposed to do 10 days today, 10 hours today. And I'm not gonna, so I'll do 9 hours and 30 minutes. I'll do 10. I'll be off Saturday. A job is a job. What? You're gonna tuck it into your jeans? Meant to your tights? Weirdo. Alright.